There are also tools that we can bring into play to help people collaborate, call critical results, do things like peer review, do messaging. So I'm going to show you some examples. I've taken trade names off of these images. Obviously, I have some affiliations, but let's pay attention to the core technologies here. So, automated exam assignment. Okay, you need to see who's available, who's not immediately available, but who can become available. You need to see the list of facilities. You need to see the rotations that are available. Again, you don't need to have, in this day and age, an individual rotation that represents the idiosyncrasies of every single radiologist, because you can have a two-gear system, right? You can have the general rotations that you need to fill and the exclusions that each radiologist have. You can have those working in sync. And you need a dashboard that shows you where you are. Work list. Work list should be filterable and sortable. You should be able to search by any criteria in the work list and decide the orientation, fonts, things like that related to the columns that you choose to display, because you may be reading on a laptop or on a landscape monitor, on a portrait monitor, on an 8 megapixel monitor, or something much less than that. Exams need to be sorted by criticality and by contractual due time. You should always know the number of images for an exam. And here's what's most important. You've got to have a unified list of exam descriptions. You shouldn't have exam descriptions that no non-radiologist can understand. And you have to have a standardized list of exam types so that a system understands that a CR is an XR is a DR, for example. A simple work list that queues the exams, that works for you, that pre-caches the images, so that when you go to view an exam, you're not having to go back to the work list every time, so that you can compare your productivity to your productivity last week before you implemented a certain group of technologies, and to your partners who are maybe reading at the same time in the same organization. Everything can be presented on one screen. Less head movements, less eye movements.